Good morning, guys. In the last session, we discussed about how to develop our application, which will have student registration and display all the students which are available. And we are able to implement delete functionality also. Today, we are going to talk about how to send email using Spring Boot. So in every application, sending email is very common requirement. So sending email is very common requirement. When user is registered, when user forgot the password, okay, when user registered for a course, when user has done the payment for particular course, sending emails is very common requirement. So how to implement that email sending functionality in the Spring Boot application? So the first thing is that we need to understand to send the emails in the Spring Boot, Boot provided one starter. Spring Boot provided mail starter to work with email sending, right? So if you want to send the emails in any web application, then you need to add the mail starter for that. Then after that, to work with the email, we need to configure SMTP properties, guys. We need to configure SMTP properties in our application.properties file, right? So what is the host? What is the port? What is the username? And what is the password? So if you want to send an email in your application, then you need to configure mail starter functionality, mail starter dependency in our project. Then we need to configure SMTP properties in our application. So SMTP properties, nothing but the email host, SMTP host, SMTP port, SMTP username, and password. So here, your Gmail ID, your Gmail, and password is not your Gmail password, guys. You need to configure app password here. So you need to generate app password for your mail ID. Using that app password, you can configure username and password. Then next one, we are having a class called Java Mail Sender class is available. Java Mail Sender is used to send emails. So for example, Java Mail Sender dot send. Okay, Java Mail Sender is a predefined interface which is available in the mail starter. By using that Java Mail Sender, we can send the emails in our application. Now, for this send method, we need to pass message object as a parameter. That means what is the subject of your email? What is the body of your email? To whom you want to send the email, that you need to prepare in the form of one message object. Messages are divided into two types, guys. We have two types of messages here. What are those two types of messages? One is called simple message. Second one is called my message. Okay. So you can send a mail by using Java mail sender dot send method. For that send method, you need to pass message object as a parameter. So how many types of messages we have? There are two types of messages available. One is called simple message. Another one is called mail message, my message. So what is the difference between simple message and my message? What is the difference between simple message and my message? Simple message is used to send plain emails, nothing but just a subject and body. Plain text if you want to send in the email, then you can go for simple message concept. If you want to send an email with some HTML tags, header, like H1 tag, BR tag, some logo, some image. If you want to send some attachment in the email, then you need to go for a concept called my message concept. So there are two types of messages available. One is called simple message. Simple message is used to send plain message. Plain text if you want to send, then you can go for simple message. So my message is used to send formatted email body and attachment also. In the email, I want to send some attachment. A report is available. Company monthly sales report is available. Sales report I want to send as a attachment in the email. For that, you can go for my message concept. Now, you look at this one. If you want to send the email, the very first thing that we need to do, mail starter, we need to add in our form.xml. So Spring Boot starters available. Web starter, JPA starter, like that we are having mail starter also. We need to add that mail starter in the form.xml. And the second one, we need to configure SMTP properties in our properties file. What are those SMTP properties? Host available, port available, username is available, password we need to configure. Username is your Gmail email ID you need to configure. Password, we need to generate a app password, not your login password. Everybody having a Gmail account. You have your email ID password. Your password will not work here. For your mail ID, you need to generate a app password. I will show you how to generate the app password. That app password you need to configure in the properties file. Then we need to use one class called Java mail sender. So what is the purpose of this Java mail sender, which is used to send the mail? So Java mail sender dot send method is available. For that send method, we need to pass message object as a parameter. That message will contain subject of the email, body of the email, to whom you want to send the email. You need to create by using message object. How many types of messages available? There are two types of messages available. One is called simple message. Another one is called my message. What is the difference between simple message and my message here? Simple message is used to send plain text message, plain text in email body. Okay. If you want to send a plain text in the email body, then you can go for simple message. If you want to send a body with some HTML tags, some formatted body, some attachment if you want to send, then you need to go for my message. Clear? Now, so let's go to our project. So in the same project, I'm going to add email functionality. So first, go to the pom.xml of our application. In this pom.xml, we need to add Spring Boot mail starter. So you check it here. Already we are having JPA starter, timeleap starter, web starter is available. Spring Boot starter mail dependency we need to add. If you want to find out that, go to mvnrepository.com. mvnrepository.com. There you can find out the pom.xml dependency. Yeah, just type mail starter. Spring Boot starter mail dependency is available. So take this dependency, latest version. Version number you don't need to configure. Yeah, just copy this dependency. Go here and add it. Spring Boot starter mail version is not required because parent version only it is going to take. That's fine. So Spring Boot starter web is available. Spring Boot starter mail is also available. Then next one, go to our properties file. Inside the properties file, we need to configure SMTP properties. Already we configured data source properties and we configure ORM properties. Now we need to configure SMTP properties. SMTP host, SMTP port, SMTP username, SMTP password you need to configure. If you don't know how to configure those properties, just to go to Google, email sending in the Spring Boot. Email sending in the Spring Boot. So if you go to this any website, if you go here, they will show you what all the properties we need to configure. These are the properties we need to configure. So copy these properties and keep it here. Sorry, not this one. SMTP, host, port, username, password, and properties up, true, enable, true. Okay. Here you need to configure your username and you need to configure your password. The remaining things are not going to change. They are common for Gmail SMTP. So here, as we are in the training period, we are going to use Gmail SMTP properties. SMTP host, smtp.gmail.com, port number 587 is available, username and password. So I'm using my mail ID, ashokid.classes@gmail.com. That is the email ID I'm configuring for authentication purpose. This is not the to address. This is a from address. So from which email you want to send the mails, that you need to configure as a username and you need to configure password. It's not a login password. You need to configure app password. How to get that app password? Go to your Gmail, log in into your Gmail account. Okay. So let me select my mail ID. Let me log in into my Gmail account @gmail.com. First, we need to log in into our mail account. So with this, I am able to log in into my Gmail account. Now I need to generate app password for my Gmail account. So go to Google, then type Gmail app password, right? It will give you an option. This is the link, myaccount.google.com app password. So when you type Gmail app password, the link will come. So with this link, I'm going to select the mail ID which I'm configuring. For that, I need to generate the app password. Okay. So here, app password, it is already generated. Now I can generate another app password, but not for this mail ID. I want to generate the app password for the different mail ID. So these are the app passwords which are already available. Now I need to generate the new app password. I will show you once again how to generate the app password. Log in into your Gmail account, then go to Google, then type Gmail app password. So there is a second link is coming. Sign into Google app passwords option is coming. Okay. So then you click on this app password. Then, so currently it is going with another Gmail account. Now I need to select the mail which I configured as a username. Then app password it is asking. You can give any app password. I'm giving this as a JRTP. Click on create. So when I create, my app password got generated. Copy this app password. Copy this. Go to our properties file. I configure app password. So my login password is different. My app password is different. Okay. You need to generate the app password. You need to configure that app password here. Once app password is generated, we are good. Now we need to develop the logic to send the email, right? So we need to use one class called Java mail sender. In that mail sender, we have a send method. For the send method, we need to pass message object. Two types of messages available. One is a simple message. Another one is a my message. Okay. Now let's go here. I'm going to create one separate service class, which is called email service. Already student service is available. I'm going to create one new class, which is called email service. Email service class is created. I want to represent this class as a Spring Bean. Whatever the email service class available, represent that as a Spring Bean. So for that, we are using @service annotation. All right. So @service annotation is available. Now let us inject Java mail sender. Okay. So let me take Java mail sender, private Java mail sender. Mail sender we are taking. Let me go for auto wiring. Let me go for auto wiring. Mail sender object I have injected. Then we need to write a method to send the email. Public void send email. So for this email, we are going to take subject and we are going to take body and we are going to take two address. What is the subject of your email? What is the body and to whom you want to send the email? Then I'm writing try catch block. So if SMTP server is down, there is a chance of getting the exception. So I'm writing a try catch block. E.print stack trace. Right. Now here, create a message object. So how many messages? Two types of messages. Now I am going with simple message. Simple message. Message is equal to new simple message. Right? Simple message object I created. You can, no, this is coming from log4j package. I don't want this. I want Java mail simple message. Like control space not working. Log4j package is importing, that is incorrect. Yeah. Yes. So simple mail message object is available. For this message, we need to set message dot set the subject. Whatever the subject you are getting as a method parameter, then message dot set text. Body nothing but text method we need to call. We are calling it as a body, and a message dot set to address we are going to call. So to send the email, what is the subject of that email? What is the body of that email? To whom you want to send that email, we need to set that. Then once it is done, we are going to call mail sender dot send off message. Mail sender dot send off message. It is going to send the email for the given data. Java mail sender object we are injecting. So by using @auto-void annotation, we are injecting that. Then we are creating a simple message object. Then we are setting subject for that. Text nothing but the body, and to address we are setting. Now, where you want to send the email, you need to inject the email service, and we need to call the send email method. Look at this class now. So what are the steps I have done? So I have added one dependency in the form.xml. Okay. So email sending, add this starter in form.xml file. Then we need to configure SMTP properties in our properties file. So how I configure my SMTP properties? So you need to generate app password, and you need to configure SMTP properties. Your email ID and your password you need to configure. I'm removing my email ID from here. I'm removing my password from here. You need to configure your username and your app password. Then once it is done, Java mail sender class is available. You can inject that to send the email. So I am using my email service class. In that I have injected Java mail sender by using auto-void. Then I created one method which is called send email method, subject, body, to address. So for this I'm taking simple mail message, set a subject, set a text, set to address. Then I'm calling mail sender dot send method. Now, so I have a student service. In that student service, I am writing the logic. When the student is registered, when I'm saving the student, I want to send the email to the student. So here, student we are saving. After saving the student record, I want to send the email for the student. So to send the email, we have already taken email service class, private, email service, email service. Let us inject that as a dependent object using constructor, email service we are taking. This dot email service is equal to email service, right? So with this, we are performing dependency injection through construct. Then simply call here. After saving the student record, I'm going to call email service dot send email. Subject, body, to address. Okay. What is the subject? What is the body? To address, yes dot get email. Student object we are getting already. In the student object, email is coming. When you are saving a student, in the form you are entering the name, email ID, phone number. Whatever the email ID you are giving, for that email ID only, I'm sending the email that I'm using as a to address. Then subject, string, subject, I'm taking student registration, anything as a subject. Then body, string, body is equal to your account created in Ashok IT website. That is the body I am giving, and to address. Whatever the student you are saving, whatever the form data you are filling. So to that form data, we are sending the email, right? Email service class is created. That email service class I have injected into student service as a dependent. Then I am calling email service dot send email method. what is the subject, what is the body, what is the email, right? Now go to this send email method. We are creating simple mail message object. We are setting the given subject, given body, given to address, and we are calling mail sender dot send mail. Is this clear? Good. Now let me go to my database. Let me delete all the records available in the table. Truncate table student. All the records available in the table I have truncated. My student table does not have any data. So now let me go and save the student. So I will give my another Gmail account, guys. So another Gmail account. There are 13 emails already in the unread in the inbox. Now we need to get a new mail to this mail ID. So go to our application. Student application is available. Let us update this project. Do the Maven update. Course update. Okay. Yes. Now go to the start class and run the application. Debug as boot application. I'm running my project in the debug mode so that we can execute the code line by line and we can understand what is happening in the application, right? Yeah. Application is started. Go to browser, access our application, which is localhost colon 88. Student form is coming. So I'm going to save the student. When I'm going to save the student, I will give the name of the student, I will give the email ID, and I will give the phone number. Whatever the mail ID I will give, to that mail, email should go. I have implemented email sending also by using Spring Boot mail starter dependency. So let's enter some name, mail ID. I'm giving this and I'm giving some mobile number. All right. So this is the name, email ID, and phone number. So currently in my database, there is no record available. Select start from student. There is no data available in the table, right? Now let me insert one record in the table. So record should be inserted into table. Email also should go and the success message also should be displayed. Now go to here, clear this console, click on save. There is a breakpoint available. So we are going to run this project in the debug mode. Request came to controller method and now go to next line, save student method, service method I am calling. Go inside that service method, save student. So what is our line number 24? What is the purpose of line number 24? Line number 24 is used to save the student repository.save of student. The record will be inserted into our database table. Okay, go to F6. Insert query will be executed. Record is inserted into database table. Yes, record is inserted. Insert query got generated. Now, email sending process started. Okay, subject I am deciding, body I am deciding. Then I am calling email service dot send email method. You can keep a breakpoint in this line also, and you can check it whether it is working as expected or not. Go to the next line. Yes, we have a breakpoint in the email service send email method. What is the line number 17? What is the line number 17? We are creating object for simple mail message, which is used to send a simple emails for the mail ID. Now go to next line, set the subject for that email. Go to the next line, set the text for the email. Then go to the next line, set the to address. So you can check it. What is the to address? Whatever the data I entered in the form, ashokitschool@gmail.com. Then we are calling mail sender dot send method. This is the line actually to send the email. Mail sender dot send method. For that send method, we are passing message object. That message contains subject of the email, body of the email, and to address to whom you want to send the email. Now go to the next line, F6. Yes, it will take time to send the email because it has to connect with the SMTP server and it has to send the email. SMTP properties we configured in the properties file. You see, it is taking time. Finally, it is completed. Then go to here. Next line, there is no error. It is executed successfully. I'm returning the student ID. Is saved. Student is saved successfully. F8. Go to this page. You can check. Student got saved. Now go to our inbox. Did I get the mail now? Student registration. Okay. This is the subject I have given and this is the body I have given. You can check it. What is the from address? Whatever you configured in the properties file, that is used as a from address to address. Whatever the mail you entered in the form, to that mail, email is sent. Okay. So now we are able to send the email in the Spring Boot. It is difficult? No. What are the steps we have done? What are the steps we have done to send the email? We have added form starters. We have added form starter. That is a mail starter dependency in the form.xml. What is the second step? We need to configure SMTP properties in our properties file. Okay. SMTP host, SMTP port, username, password, authentication, and TTTLS we have configured. You need to configure app password. Generate your Gmail account app password. Just go to Google, type Gmail app password. You will get a link. There you need to generate the app password. That app password you need to configure. Then next one. What is the predefined component available? Java mail sender, which is used to send the email. Java mail sender dot send method we are calling to send the email. There are two types of messages available. One is called simple message. Another one is called my message. What is the difference? Simple mail message, guys. Simple mail message, my message available. Simple mail message is used to send the plain text in the email. So if you want to send some formatted email, some logo I want to send, a button I want to send, okay, I want to display some colors in the email, then you need to go for my message. You can send the attachment also by using my message. Are you clear? Good. Now, so with this we are able to send email functionality. Save student is available. Inside the save student method I am calling email service dot send email method. In this send email method we are having the logic. Just look at that logic.
Sir, this password reset, there will be a hyperlink, so it will be treated as a my message or a simple message.
My message, sir. My message.
All right, sir.
No, user defined variables only, sir. Those are I have declared those. I have taken method parameters. Those are user defined variables only. You can take A, B, C also. Anything. Okay, now can I write a method with the my message now? We have seen simple mail message, right? Can I write a method with my message? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Now go to here, send email one. Something different method I'm taking. So remove this. Now I need to create a my message. Simple message directly we are creating. Now I need to go for my message. To create the my message, we need to use a mail sender object. To create a my message, we need to use mail sender object. Then we are going to use mail sender dot create my message. Create my message is a method that is going to return my message object for you. So with that my message, we need to use a message called my message handler will be available. Sir, why control space not working in my IDE?
Sir, one method got created down.
She is not the one. There is a predefined class available. I need to import. Yeah, they will give company SMTP properties for you. Here, there is a predefined class for that, guys. My message handler. Predefined class name will be available. My message helper, sorry, not handler. So by using mail sender, we are creating a my message. My message object is available. That my message object we are giving to my message helper. My message helper object is created. Now to this helper, we will set the details. Helper dot set the subject. Then helper dot set the text. That is the body. Then helper dot set to address. To address we are going to pass. Then we are going to call Java mail sender. So there is some problem with my IDE. Control space is not working. Now, so here earlier we created simple mail message object directly. For that we are setting the subject, text and to address. Now directly we are not creating the my message object. By using mail sender, we are creating the my message object. Mail sender dot create my message. I got the my message object. Then I'm going to use new my message helper. For that helper, we are passing the my message object. To that helper, we are setting the subject. We are setting the text. We are setting the to address. And here you need to pass one parameter, comma true. Okay. If your body contains some HTML tags, then you need to pass set to text body comma true. That means it is indicating that my body contains some HTML tag. My body contains some HTML tag. If you pass true, then it will process your HTML tag. It will process your HTML tag when you are having this value, right? Now go to that service IMPL. So here this one, I'm going to keep in the H1 tag. It will be displayed like a header, right? Then I will write one BR tag, break tag. So after printing this line, I want to break it. Then I want to print some other value in the H2. Okay. Welcome to your account is created in Ashok ID website. Welcome to Ashok. Something like this. H2 I am giving. Right? H1 tag available. Break tag is available. H2 tags available. My body contains some HTML text. When your body contains HTML text, for the body method, for the text method, you need to pass true. If you don't pass this true value, then H1, H2 will display as it is. They will not process your tags. If you want to process the tags, you need to pass a true attribute. So body contains HTML tags, true. Okay. So here I'm not able to see that control space, guys. Set text, predefined method. Boolean, HTML is a second parameter. Do you have HTML data in your text? If you contain HTML tags in your text, you need to set to true. Then they will process your HTML tags, right? Good. Now we are passing true here. Then send email one. Send email method. Email one method is available. Email method is a simple message. Email one is a my message, right? Now go to our table. Let me truncate the table. Truncate table student. Right now, in my student table, there is no record available. Now I will create a new record. So let me start my application. Let me start in the debug mode. I have a breakpoint in the save student method. Then in the send email method also breakpoint is available. In the email service, I have kept a breakpoint to send a mail. Now go to our application, view students. You can check it. Currently in our system, there are no records available. No records are available. Now go to add student. Page is loaded. Add the data. Give the mail ID. Right. Phone number I am giving some value. Now click on this previous mail I am deleting, guys. Okay. So now my email is not available. Go here, click on save. There is a breakpoint available. Going to our controller method. Execute the code line by line. F6. First, line number 39, model and view object is created. What is the purpose of model and view? What is the purpose of model and view? It is used to send the data to the UI in the form of key and value. So in any data that you want to send from controller to UI, we are going to use model and view object. Then line number 40, I'm calling service.saveStudent. Go inside that method. Go inside that method. Line number 24. What is happening in the line number 24? Save the record into the database table. Okay. Go to the next line, F6. One insert query will be executed. The record is inserted into the table. Student registration, that is a subject and body, and send email method we are calling. This is send email method 1 that is available in the email service. Now go inside that email service method. Now you check it. What is the line number 32? What we are doing in the line number 32? Mail sender dot create my message. Okay. It is a predefined method. F6. Yes, it will give the my message object. That my message object we are giving to my message helper. We are giving to my message helper. Now go to the next line. Once the helper is available, helper dot set subject, helper dot set text. What is the meaning of set text? Body. Body comma true. What is the meaning of a body comma true? My body contains some HTML tags. Then set to address. I'm setting the to address. Then mail sender dot send my message. Finally, we are going to send the email based on the subject, body, and to address. Now go to F8. It will send it and it will send a success message to the UI. Student save. It is taking time to send the email. Yes. Finally, we got the success message. Student got saved. Go to our inbox. Student registration email I have received just now. Open this one. Are you able to get the header H1 and H2? HTML tags are formatted. Header is available. H1 is available. H2 is available. So because of my message, we are able to send the email with the format. Now you can send the attachment also. So in the email, if you want to send the attachment, there is an option. Helper dot set attachment. There is a method. In that method, you can pass your file. Which file that you want to send as an attachment? Which file you want to send as an attachment? That file you can give here. Then that file, it will take as a attachment. Helper, my message helper is available. In this helper, you can find out the method which is used to set attachment. Set to address, validate, set subject, set to reply, validate. Add attachment, sorry. What is the method available, guys? Add attachment is available. So add attachment method is available. You can pass the parameter for that. Add attachment. Add attachment. For this, you can pass the name of the file and which file that you want to send. I want to send a file called some report, right? So let me give the path of some file. The MVC notes available. This notes file I want to send as a attachment. Okay. Copy this path. the file name, any file, any Excel file, any image file.
That path can be remote also. This is local path, sir.
This is local path. Any path you can give, sir. That
Oh,
means
okay.
whenever you are sending a file, that file should be there in your system. It should be in the local only, right? Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm adding attachment. Yep, I'm adding an attachment. So this is the name of the file. I'm giving the notes file name to display in the email. Notes I am giving. The new file path I am giving. Okay. Add attachment. Now let me go here. Truncate the table. Delete the record. Select the star from student. Currently there is nothing available. Delete this email. Currently no email is available. Go here and again submit that. Okay. So add the email name and my email ID and my mobile number, some value. Good. Application is in the running mode. Click on save student. Click on save. The request came to our controller. Go to the debugging. F6. Go inside that method. Save student. F6. Then subject, body. Then send email. Go to that send email method. Okay, it is failed, guys. When I'm adding an attachment, it is failed. Now you can see why it is failed. Not in multi-part mode. Okay. So here, create an appropriate my message helper with a multi-part flag if you want to send alternate text or add inline elements or attach. So very clearly they are saying that, boss, you are sending one file as an attachment. If you want to send a file as an attachment, my message helper object you need to modify. Okay. So go to my message helper where you are creating my message helper object, send email method, my message helper. You go to this my message helper constructor is available. My message helper encoding format is available. My message helper Boolean multipart. So there are two parameters available. My message helper constructor we are creating, constructor we are calling. We are creating object for the helper. When you want to create the object, if you want to send the attachment, you need to pass it true. Multipart is true. That means my mail contains one attachment. So go to that email service, my message helper, comma true. If you set it as true, then you can send the attachment also. If you want to add the attachment for your my message helper, only message is not sufficient. You need to set the attribute as true. Then you can send the attachment in the email. You got it? Good. Now record is inserted before sending the email. Truncate the table. Select a star from student. Table is empty. Now go here and run the application again. I'm running in the debug mode. If you are sending attachment, then you need to pass true. Otherwise, you can pass only message object. Clear that? Now go back to the previous page. Student form, enter the data and click on save. Request came to controller. F6. Save student method we are calling from the service. Go inside that service method. Repository.save method. Record will be inserted to table. After record is inserted, email sending. F6. Send email method is available. Subject, body, to address. Right? Go inside that method also. Email is sent, guys. Now F8. Student is saved successfully. Go to our email. Student registration. Can you see attachment also came? Notes is coming here. Open this one. Notes we got as a email attachment. Open this notes. Our WebMVC notes I have sent in the email as a attachment. Whatever the notes is available, that notes we are getting as a email attachment. Okay. So with this, we are able to understand how to send the email, simple email, how to send, and how to send the formatted email, how to send attachment also in the email. This is the logic which is used to send a simple email. Simple mail message object is available. With that, we can send a simple email, subject, text, and to address. We can do. If you want to send the email with some formatted body, my message. For the my message, we are using my message helper. What is the purpose of this true? Attachment, multi-part. Any file that you want to send as an attachment, you need to pass this to true. Then what is this to true here? If your body contains some HTML tags, then you can pass this true option. Okay. So let me give this email service class. Image, inline CSS you need to add for this. You need to give the path of that file. Yeah. This is email service. If you want to send a beautiful body, yesterday you got the registration email. In that, lot of text is available. So in general, in the real time, whatever the body that we want to send, here I am writing the body in the Java program. What you can do is, body you can keep in a file, you can read the file data, and you can use that as a body. Suppose my email contains a lot of body, lot of text is available, some CSS and all. You can create one template, one file you can create with a body. That file data you can read, and you can send that file data as a body. Okay. So if you have a simple body, you can write like this. If you have a complex body, you create a file, you read that file data, and you send that file data as an email body. Yeah. So I hope you got the clarity how to send emails in the Spring Boot application. Any questions, anyone? How many of you tried this?
Java, this Java Mail Center is a part of Spring Boot, sir. Can you show the package,
Yes, sir.
sir?
Java Mail Center is part of this Mail Starter dependency. It is a predefined interface, guys. Whatever the Java Mail Center we are using, that is a predefined interface we are getting from Spring Framework Java Mail package.
Okay, so I guess this is off the track. The Jenkins uses the same service, I think, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like sending the build logger files to the various contributors.
How many of you able to do this task yesterday, guys? How many of you able to do send email successfully? No. Why? What is the error? For me, why it is working? I have done everything in front of you. Why you got the error? So if you are not able to do yesterday, today you understand where you have done the mistake. Where you have done the mistake. Yeah, password is the problem, okay? Now you understand the difference. Fresher mindset, experienced mindset. When we have some experience, I also got the problem, but I'm able to resolve the problem. That is called problem solving skill. So you should know that problem solving skill. And if you don't try this code on your own, you cannot become a programmer. Everything comes based on the experience only. So within 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I'm able to complete email sending in the Spring Boot with attachment also. Yesterday, I have given the same task for you. If you really try to do the analysis and implementation, then definitely you will learn the subject. If you don't try directly, if you come and sit in the class, I will explain, you will see, and code will be completed, output will come, but you will not learn anything. So you need to try to implement the things on your own first. You may get success or you may get error. If you get success, your analysis skills are good. If you get error in the class, you will understand why are you getting the error, why I am not getting the error. If you get the error, what is the solution for that error, how to fix that error that you need to analyze. Is it difficult to send the email? You can send the OTP also. You are getting OTP to your WhatsApp number. So you can do anything. The only thing is practice. Practice is required. So if you do the practice, then you will get the experience. Email sending, OTP sending, these all are very common functionalities, common requirements in every project in the real time. These all are common functionalities in every project in the real time, right? Yeah. To address, so here set to address is available, right? Set to address, you can pass array. You can see set to is a overloaded method. Set to method, it will take one to address. It can take string array also. So if I want to send it to the multiple people at a time, then I can pass multiple addresses, 1, 2, 3 lines.
Sir,
And
does it support carbon copy as well as blank carbon copy also? Kind of.
yes, sir. CCC, BCC also you can send. So I want to send an email with the CC address. That means another person also should include in the email as a CC, carbon copy. So like that, set CC, set BCC methods also available. If you go to mind message helper to address. So currently the email is going to only one person. I want to send the email to multiple people at a time. What is the method? To address, what we need to pass? Array of emails you can pass as a parameter. Add to address and set CC is available. Set BCC is also available. So you can set CC and you can set the BCC also when you are sending the email. Look at this code. Sir, how to send the OTP? To send the OTP, you need to know REST API. WhatsApp OTP I am sending, right? So that is through web service. Our application cannot send the OTP directly to the WhatsApp. Our application should communicate with the WhatsApp application. Then WhatsApp will send the OTP to your WhatsApp message. Okay, for that, we need to develop a web service. So in the REST API, we are going to understand that concept. Any questions, anyone, on email sending?
So small clarification. This email password, right? The email password should in encrypted format or is it normal?
Which one, sir? Sorry?
The password, email password.
That is normal only, sir, not encrypted. App password.
Okay.
Just I generated, I copied here. I pasted in the properties file. If you go to our application.properties file directly, I am pasting my app password.
Okay. Yeah, this is the normal password, right? Not a encrypted format.
Not encrypted, it's normal only.
Okay. Thank you.
That is SMTP port number. So it is a fixed port number. You can't change this. So currently I am using Gmail SMTP. Tomorrow when you go for the company will give you these details for you. Company host, company port, company username, company password, company SMTP server username, company SMTP password they will provide. With those details, you can send the email. For our practice, we are using Gmail SMTP details. Yes, anything. To address can be anything. It can be company email also we can send.
So last line 16th, the enable equal to true, right?
So this is for authentication, sir. Before sending every email, authentication should be success. For that, we are setting authentication as true. These all are SMTP settings. SMTP host, SMTP port, SMTP username, SMTP password. Okay. Good.
Excuse me, sir.
Look at the email service again.
Sir,
It is a Spring Bean class. To represent this class as a Spring Bean, I'm using one annotation called @service. Then what is the purpose of this auto wiring? To inject one class object into another class. This is our Java mail sender. Java mail sender is our class or Spring Framework class. It is an interface. It's not a class actually. It is an interface. Java mail sender is a interface. So when you inject that interface, implementation class will be injected. Then we are writing our method called send email method. Simple mail message we are using and my message we are using. And here we are using my message. Mail sender dot create my message we are using. With that my message we are creating a my message helper. Okay. Set subject, set text and set to address we are using, and helper dot add attachment. So what is the name of the file you want to send and what is the actual file you want to send? Add attachment and mail sender dot send me. Email we can send with the attachment. All right. Now, if you observe whatever the application that we have developed, so if you see view all students, one record is inserted and we are able to see that record. We can add one more record also, new. Okay. So the email, which is a valid email that you need to provide here, guys. Can you tell me your email ID? Can you have the access now? I will send it. You will get the mail. Shiva Santosh. Yes. Dot me. Okay. Okay. shivasantosh.me1@gmail.com. Phone number I am giving. Click on save button. So I'm saving this record. He will get a mail. Student is saved. Check your email. It will fail. Exception. You got it?
So in properties file, his mail ID you need to configure, right?
Sorry, sir.
In properties file, his mail ID, Santosh mail ID you need to configure.
Yes, sir. You need to configure your email ID for sending purpose from address. Okay. Now we have option to delete also. If I click on the delete, asking confirmation, are you sure you want to delete? Click on OK. Then the record is deleted. Deleted successfully option also we are getting. Now let's analyze what is the architecture, what are the classes we have and how we have implemented dependency injection here. Okay. So if you see in our application, there is one class available, which is called student.java. We are using this class as the entity. Okay. And along with this, we are having one repository, which is called student repository.java, which is a JPA repository. You got it? Okay. Student repository.java is available. And the next one, we are having student service.java, which is a interface. For this interface, we are having student service impl.java. This is a class. And we are having one more class with a name called email service.java. And we are having one class with a name called student controller.java. Student controller.java is available. And we are having one page, which is called index.html. And another page we have data.html. So we developed one simple project. In that project, we are having adding the student, retrieving the students. We are able to add the student record in the table and we are able to retrieve the students and we are displaying in the UI format, right? So to develop this project, these are the classes we have created. Student.java, student repository.java, student service.java, service impl.java, email service.java, and controller.java is available. Guys, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Hello. Student.java is available. Repository.java, service.java, service impl.java, email service available, student controller is available, index.html and data.html is also available. Now we need to identify the architecture of this project. Whatever the architecture that we have implemented, we need to identify architecture of this project. So what are the classes we have created? Okay. And which class we have injected into which class? What is the dependency injection we have done? We need to identify. So first one, we have table. We are having a database table. To communicate with this database table, we are taking one component called student repository. Student repository we are taking. This student repository, we are extending from JPA repository, guys. Whatever the student repository we have created, it is extending from data JPA repository. This student repository is going to perform operations with the database table, right? So it is going to communicate with our database and performing CRUD operations. Insert the record and retrieve the record. This repository we are extending from JPA repository. We are not writing any methods. We are using the predefined methods which are provided by our JPA repository, right? Then we are having student service. We are having student service interface available and the service IMPL is available. Okay. So there is a student service. Student service interface is available and this interface is implemented by service IMPL. Student service and student service IMPL. The service IMPL implementing this interface. Okay. And this student service IMPL is communicating with one more class, which is called email service. It is communicating with one more class called email service to send the email. Dependency injection. Student service IMPL communicating with the email service. Email service is communicating with one more class called Java mail sender. That Java mail sender is a predefined class. Predefined interface, sorry, yeah. Correct.
Is it a
Then,
functional interface, sir? No.
no.
Okay.
We are having student controller. This controller will communicate with the student service, not with the IMP. Controller will communicate with the service interface, and that interface is having a implementation. Okay. So then student service object we are implementing here. Service IMPL is implementing that service interface. And here email service is communicating with the Java mail sender. This is our student controller. And here our UI pages are available. We are having the UI pages. The UI pages are going to communicate with our controller. Controller will communicate with the student service interface. Service interface will communicate with the service IMPL. Service IMPL will communicate with the email service. Email service will communicate with the Java mail sender. And here, service IMPL will communicate with the repository. Repository will communicate with the database. This is the project we have developed.
You are showing here, right? So suppose in a real-time problem, here there is the existing project, we are going to select it. They maintain this type of diagrams and documents.
No. You need to debug and you need to understand. Nobody will give you this kind of document. In the real time, here we are having 7 to 8 classes. In the real time, a project will contain 1,000 classes. For 1,000 classes, preparing this diagram is not possible. So this is the project we have created now. You look at the architecture. And where we have done the dependency injections now? If you see, where is the dependency injection available? Student service is injected into student controller. Okay. Email service is injected into student service IMP. Java mail sender is injected into email service. Student repository is injected into student service. These all are the dependencies available. Just observe the diagram. First, UI page is available. When you perform some operation on the UI, then the request will come to controller. Controller is going to talk to student service. Student service object is injected into the controller. And service is having a IMPL. Service methods available in the IMPL. And service IMPL will communicate with the email service class. Email service contains the functionality to send the email. Email service class is talking to Java mail sender to send the email. And the service IMPL will talk to student repository. Repository is a JPA concept. That repository extending the properties from JPA repository, and it will communicate with the database.
Student service IMPL. Email service.
Sir, in order to create the tables, have you used?
Yeah, that is fine. One class, that's fine. Email service is basically one functionality. Yes.
Sir, how you generated the tables using SQL auto update or so?
DDL auto. Tables are automatically getting created.
Okay.
Your question?
Then the referential thing will take care.
Handler
The
mapper,
primary-
whenever the request comes from the UI to controller, right? So in between only dispatcher servlet, handler mapper will identify which controller should execute this request. Whenever you click save button, so request will go to dispatcher. Dispatcher will talk to controller mapper. Controller mapper will identify this request should go to which controller. Then it will give the controller to dispatcher. Then dispatcher will call the controller. So that means whatever that you are asking, that process will happen here. Dispatcher servlet, handler mapper will execute in between the UI to controller. In between the process will happen. After identifying the controller, then only request will come to the controller. Then controller will talk to your service. Service will talk to repository, and repository will talk to database. So whatever we have implemented yesterday and today, this is the diagram, diagrammatic representation of our project. So whenever you are going to start the first here, what we are doing is first we have developed the code, then I am giving the diagram. From next time, when you are going to develop any requirement, first you need to prepare the diagram like this. So what is your requirement? You want to save the student, you want to send the email, and you want to retrieve the students. So in order to develop that task, what are the classes required and what are the dependencies? Which is your target, which is your dependent? You need to prepare a diagram. What this is called analysis. You need to prepare this kind of analysis. Once this analysis is good, once it is completed, then you need to start the actual coding. Once your analysis is completed, then you need to start your coding. Are you clear with my point? Good. So I will send this diagram in the notes today. I want all of you to complete this project. How many of you completed?
Hello, sir. I'm Dot, sir.
Only email service is pending. That you can complete now. Remaining things?
My password.
Now, your password will not work. App password you have to provide. Yeah.
Hello,
Okay,
sir.
good. Yes, sir. Tell me.
Hello, sir. సార్ ఇక్కడ మనం యాప్ పాస్వర్డ్ మనం గూగుల్కి వెళ్ళి సెట్ చేస్తుంటాం కదా సార్.
Sorry?
యాప్ పాస్వర్డ్ అనేది మనం గూగుల్లోకి వెళ్ళి సెట్ చేసుకుంటాం కదా సార్. అంటే
అవును.
గూగుల్ ఇస్తుంది కదా సార్ మనకి యాప్ పాస్వర్డ్.
Correct.
అంటే మనం చేసుకోలేమా సార్?
Yeah, you need to generate that password.
పాస్వర్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి.
Yeah, you need to generate the app password and you need
No
to
need to-
configure. No need to give your login
ఓకే సార్,
password.
మనం
It is
create
app password.
చేసుకోవాలి.
మీ క్వశ్చన్ నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే సార్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు గూగుల్లోకి వెళ్ళి కొంచెం మనము గూగుల్ ఇచ్చింది కదా సార్ మనకు పాస్వర్డ్ ఒకటి యాప్ పాస్వర్డ్ సార్.
Jagadish, type your question
Hello,
in the chat box, sir.
ఓకే సార్.
Sir,
Yeah, hello.
sir, is that app password valid only for some span of time? Or
You can set the time limit also. 6 months, 3 months, 90 days, you can set the time limit.
okay, sir.
Are you able to understand the flow, guys? So I want all of you to complete this by today, right? Saving the student, sending the email, retrieving the students, and deleting the student also. In the tomorrow session, we are going to learn about exception handling. So this is a web application. If some exception occurs in the web application, then how we are going to handle that exception in the web application, that we will discuss in the tomorrow session. Okay, thank you guys.
So I have sent the message, sir.
Yes, sir. What is your
Hello,
question?
sir. అంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు మనకు గూగుల్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఇస్తుంది కదా సార్, మన గూగుల్లోకి వెళ్ళి యాప్ పాస్వర్డ్ సార్.
జగదీష్ చెప్పండి, ఏంటి మీ డౌట్ ఏంటి?
హలో సార్.
యా హాయ్
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు గూగుల్
Jagadish,
పాస్వర్డ్
please
ఇస్తారు కదా
type
సార్, యాప్
your
పాస్వర్డ్.
question in the chat box. I am not understanding your question, sir.
I am typing and sending, sir.
Password give the Google, sir, but we can create our own password. No, sir, you need to generate the app password. You can't create your own password. No, that's not possible.
Sir, what front-end framework are you using for your website?
HTML, Timeleaf, and Bootstrap.
Okay, so do you suggest the same if we want to develop a website and maintain it?
Yeah, currently we are using this one, but in the real time, right, we are going to use Angular or React for that. For this class, I am using HTML, Timeleaf. That's
Okay, thank you.
Sir, for Timely, can we use JSP or only HTML we need to use?
only HTML.
If you want to use the scriptlet tags, we need JSP, right?
No, you can't use, sir. If you are going for Timeleaf, scriptlets are not required. If you are using JSP, then only scriptlets are required.
Then if we want to get the session data or anything which we
Everything you
want
can
to use,
access in the Java code. Timeleaf, you can access everything.
okay.
Sir, if you want to perform validations for the fields,
Sorry?
actually, validations, while sending the
Form
form.
validations, yes, we will discuss form validation.
Okay, sir. And sir, if you apply the scheduler, then every 5 minutes we can send the mail, sir.
Correct.